All right, good evening. How are we doing? Welcome to the Exit Row. If you're listening to this, you're hearing me, Justin. I'm with going from left to right. My left to your right is Paige. How we doing?
Hey guys, I'm doing great.
That's Paige Larson. Round of applause.
She's our DEI hire, by the way.
Yeah, these two hired me just to meet their minority quota.
If you're new to the podcast, that is true. And to my right and straight across from Paige is Adama. How you doing?
Hey guys, doing wonderful.
It's been a minute. It's been in real time. It's been a few weeks since we exit road. I don't know, is that an adjective?
Exit road. I like that.
Is that an adjective? Yeah. So
It is now.
let's see. Has anything really happened since is there anything we want to get off our chest, kind of like we did last time? You know, the whole elephant in the room situation,
The elephant in the room.
which was, title of the podcast. If you want to go back, if you haven't heard it yet, please do.
Yeah.
I don't think there is at the current moment.
Okay, that's
Not
fine.
really
We'll
much.
just move things right along then. So let's see.
Is there an elephant?
Literally or figuratively.
Yeah.
So, let's see. You guys got a few things you want to talk about. That's why I'm talking now, is to save Adama's breath for a little
thanks.
bit. But yeah, you guys went south to the state of Texas.
To Texas.
You want to talk about that a little
Yeah.
bit?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk.
Hold on.
Let's
What do you guys want to talk about?
Hey, Cody Rhodes.
There you go, Cody Rhodes. All right.
Exit row.
Yeah. So
What do you want to talk about?
went down to Dallas, Texas, and
Shout out to Dallas.
took Delta. So you would
the
think
uncommon option, but
you would think that we would end up in Dallas left field, right? Because that's
they have that one.
Well, since you're with
one
Paige, yeah,
little
one would think.
building. Yeah.
and they also have those connections over there in Dallas love field. They have a
Yeah,
few
because they don't
gates
have
over there.
connections over in DFW.
Well, I mean, they do, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, since you're with Paige, one would naturally think that you guys flew Southwest.
Yes,
There was a reason, though. There was kind of a reason why we did it the way we did.
and that's because it's the A220.
Yeah, we took the A220 from Dallas to Minneapolis.
But you didn't take the
So-
A220 there. Why'd you fly Delta there?
Because it was just round trip, and so the
Yeah.
whole trip was. that's.
American does have a straight flight,
I know they have a straight flight, but when I started calculating the prices and all that, then it all equated. to be
Delta was
same.
the cheaper option? No way. I do not believe it.
It was maybe only $25-50 cheaper. Or
I'm kidding.
more
Let's move along with the story. I'm kidding.
Yeah, so we went down to Dallas. One of the things I like to do is I like to go to Major League Soccer games. So
Me too.
Dallas happened to be playing. It was actually their home opener that weekend. So that would make it my 10th or 11th MLS stadium that I've visited so far. So
Wow.
had to combine that with the trip. And we went down there because there's lots of aviation stuff down in Dallas, Paige.
There's so much. We went to so many museums, and a couple of them, the C.R. Smith Museum,
Yep.
and then the Frontiers of Flight Museum. Couldn't think of the name. But yes, the one by Dallas Love Field, and that's the one that has all the Southwest exhibits, a bunch of flight historical. They had so many models.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were in heaven there. Like everything there was a model almost, minus the few planes that they have inside there. But
Right.
yes, they did have a lot of models of planes.
Yeah, just hanging from the ceiling.
They also had a space shuttle, not a space shuttle.
It was a pod.
They had the lunar.
You're talking C.R. Smith right now?
No, we're
No, this
talking
is
the
Frontiers of Flight.
Frontiers
Okay,
of
gotcha.
Flight.
Yeah.
That was the first one we went to.
Yep.
Was the Frontiers of Flight. I can't remember what it was, but
It was like that space pod they came back down in.
yeah, they had that.
It's just like so surreal to touch something and just know like this has been to outer space. Like
However, you're not supposed to touch it.
it said you could.
It says don't touch it.
You could also touch the wheel because it wasn't rubbed off. So
Okay. Oh yeah,
This seems to be a discrepancy. So could you touch it or not?
you can't touch it.
I
You
can.
said you said you couldn't. She said you could. What's the what's
touch
the
it.
final verdict here?
It's like
It said you couldn't touch the window or something.
MC Hammer
but
can't touch this.
touch the outer shell.
Anyways, they also had a Braniff exhibition in there.
That was so cool. And that's an orange Braniff 747. I got the inspiration from that. That's the next model I want because it's so beautiful. So yeah, that Braniff expedition was super cool. I love that.
Braniff, very meaningful to Dallas as well.
And also here in Omaha. Well, not Omaha, Nebraska. We
Yeah.
talked about that on the podcast about a year ago.
Very somber
Braniff
moment.
has some history in here.
Yeah.
What else was there? So yeah, you had the Southwest.
They had actually 2 special liveries in there in the museum. The Spirit of Kitty Hawk and one of the Herb Kelleher's. So we got to go inside those. That was really cool. And the Spirit of Kitty Hawk is the one where like the back half is sticking out of the museum. And so inside of it is like a whole like memoriam dedicated to that specific plane. Like it was such a very special plane. And so they have a bunch of pictures from its first flight, last flight when it was on the production line, the crew that flew it, the logbook for the aircraft, like so many things. So it was really cool.
That is definitely one of the signature pieces there because it's the first thing you see immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Even if you don't go to the museum, you see it
You
from
see
the
it
outside. Yeah,
From the outside, yep.
it's got its tail
Yeah.
sticking out.
And it's right next to the JSX hangar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they had some sleeping
Wish I could go in there and
JSXs.
jump over that fence, but
Oh, yeah, good luck.
let's see. Was there anything else there? I'm trying to remember everything that's there. It was just a nice little museum that's out there.
Yeah, and then the hallway is painted like a runway, so that was cool.
Oh yeah,
The floor.
The floor.
Hmm.
Nice little small little museum. So
Very
We-
chill.
went there. Then after that, we went straight over to the C.R. Smith Museum.
Well, we had In and Out first, actually.
Okay, well, we had in and out. That's unnecessary, but C.R. Smith,
Love In and Out.
C.R. Smith Museum.
In and out just doesn't taste the same unless it's next to an international airport, and by that I mean LAX.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So we went to the C.R. Smith Museum, which is dedicated. I mean, it's American headquarters.
American, yeah.
Literally the
It's
HQ.
by it,
there.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the HQ. Yeah.
So that's a neat museum. When you get in the parking lot, they got the big old AA logo out there.
Which is great for photography purposes too, because the approach path is right there as well. Because I don't know when you guys were there which way the flow was.
Yeah, and they were taken off from the other
Yeah.
end. So
So they're taking north flow, taking off to the north, I believe is how you would call that. So at Founders Plaza, they were
Yes.
taking off going
Yeah.
to the left, right?
Yeah.
If you're at Founders Plaza,
if you're at Founders Plaza,
Yes.
they're taking off to the left.
Yes.
Yep.
yeah. So
Yeah. It's true.
I'm just C.R. Smith is south compared to Founders
Right.
Plaza.
I guess what I'm saying is like it's that AA little statue thing they have there is really well placed because when there is
Oh, there you go.
approaches, it's perfectly placed. Yeah. Because
Oh,
I've
okay.
got a good picture with the Qantas A380 going right by that AA sign. It's actually pretty sweet.
That's really cool.
Nice.
Flex there. Yeah.
Ah,
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Well, I don't really post on Instagram, so probably not.
yeah. What's up with that? No.
Yeah.
So we went there to the C.R. Smith Museum. I laughed because we did watch the movie that they had.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen that movie.
I have.
It's so old. It's great.
It's really cool.
It's fine once.
Yeah, just once.
Yeah, now watching it multiple times. And the seats in that theater are plane seats, too, by the way,
And
with
get the belt
seat
buckles,
belts. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a nice little museum itself, all about the history of.
They've got cool planes along the ceilings, little models and whatnot.
Yes.
And they got that MD8. Do they still have that MD80 cockpit there?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm assuming Paige got in that. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was, never mind. Yeah. But yeah, I just always see kids getting in there. And I imagine like Adama taking Paige's picture in there.
The whole day, it was adults in
happen.
there. I did not see any kids in there
Yeah.
while we were there. So
No, we did not.
you did get a picture with Aileron in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they have like the little kiddie play area where they have that mock emergency slide.
Oh, yeah.
And if y'all follow Aileron on Instagram, you'll see I posted this today. But we actually had her go down that slide, which was super cute. And I put
Oh, I
it
did
in
see
slow
that. That's a
motion
good
and
one. That's a good
everything.
bid.
So it came out really well.
What do they have? They have that, the plane, that old school plane that's in the hangar out there. What is that?
Oh,
this up.
yeah, we went in that.
Yeah, you can.
What
Is it
is it?
Is it a DC-3?
Keep talking about the
We're
museum.
gonna figure it out,
fact
yeah.
Check it.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Talking about it, though. Great gift shop. Am I right?
Yes. That was really cool.
It's great when you see the actual American airline employees come in. They're actually buying from the store, and then
Right.
somebody's like, "You don't need to buy from the store because you can go get it at the employee store in at DFW." And the one guy was just committed. He's like, "Nope, I'm
It
getting it."
was
It's
so
done."
committed. It was just something. It was something about that bag specifically, and they were saying how it was going to come out in like a month or so.
Oh yeah, because I think he's just trying to be a whatever he's doing, I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember either.
But yeah, they're like, you're gonna get it. He's like, no, I need it now. So
A DC-3 maybe.
it sounds about right.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, it's prominently placed. It's really cool. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
So cool.
It's massive when you're just up next to it. It's crazy.
Yes.
Isn't it crazy just knowing how those planes were angled in the day? Like if you're actually even just taxiing on that, you're at such an incline or angle of attack, as they would say in aviation. But yeah, isn't that crazy just knowing like how things were just not level at all, like at all,
No.
like steep incline, dude.
Well, when we flew the tri-motor, that's how it was,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
which was crazy.
Yeah, and when we got into that the DC-3, I was shocked at like there's only like maybe 20 rows in there at a 2-1
Oh, I don't
configuration.
I think there was
Maybe.
that,
It was high class. That was high class back then.
Right.
which is
High
crazy.
class.
That was the American way.
I think that's like it doesn't and like curtains on the windows, like
Yes,
like
that's
that was
wild.
high class back in the day.
Lots of cigarette smoke, just like
Oh yeah, a lot of booze.
a lot of booze. That was the real spirit of flying was, getting that carved turkey. Everyone-
Also one of the best eras of American Airlines logo. That one.
Yeah.
Because that's now the Astrojet. That's the same logo that's rocking on the Astrojet now.
Astrojet.
Yeah.
So we you also they actually have little flight simulators in there as well. They're running X-Plane 11.
Yeah, and it was so glitchy.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. But yeah, so the C.R. Smith Museum was pretty great. We also went out to Founders Plaza. So Paige finally
That's
she
been
can
on my
now put
bucket
that
list.
on her check. I now know what
You had been there, Adama? Or
Yes, I've been there before. I was
Gotcha.
there with my half brother Justin when we were out there for the solar eclipse last year.
Oh yeah, that rings a bell.
So yeah, so Paige finally got to go check out Founders Plaza. And what do you think of it?
It's everything I hoped it would be.
Which was good or bad?
Good.
Okay.
The one thing I do wish is that we could have gotten arrivals. We got all
Yeah.
departures.
See, that's
So-
what I thought you guys saw. Is you never got the traditional arrivals into DFW. But yeah.
So I would love to go back, get arrivals. That Friday we went to Founders Plaza was such a good day. It was like 80 degrees, sunny, blue skies, like hardly a cloud in the sky. So like a perfect day for spotting.
So granted, like you can always nitpick and stuff about, spotting locations, but like Founders Plaza is like the epitome of how it should be done.
Yes.
Yeah,
Of,
because
like,
they have
how
the
an
ATC
airport- of,
plane
like
too.
how an airport should do a quote unquote spotting location. Like
Yeah.
that is textbook how you do it. Okay. So like other airports just take a look and take note. Like that's how
take
it's done.
notes.
Like
Exactly.
it's a safe space. Like you're never like in question there. Like it's
Yeah.
perfect. It's perfect. Especially in a place like Texas where it gets I believe it gets up to 800 degrees in the summer. They have those overhang canopies, but yeah, I mean, like it's great.
Might be
like,
about 900,
it's
but you're
just
close.
it's just far enough where it's like not crazy close, but good for photography. And even if you're not taking pictures, it's just a great place to like if you live in the Dallas area, just go have lunch there. Maybe who knows?
Yeah, there was a family having a picnic there.
That
Like,
UPS and the UPS ramp is right there,
Love it.
Yep.
right there.
Seeing all those MD-11s. Oh, man. That was crazy. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
Founders is classic for sure.
Yeah.
So Founders Plaza got to see a few Feedy boys, which Paige, you guys don't know about
Feedy.
Feedy boys.
Feedy. Yes,
Okay.
there was Feedy.
Yeah.
And
What airline were they with?
Southern, I think, was the only one. There might have been another one, but Southern primarily. So there was an all-black one, which was really cool. I've never seen that before.
An all black feedy.
Yes.
Nice,
Yeah.
sweet.
So did a little bit more spotting at Founders Plaza the day that we left. And yeah, got that A220 300
Yes.
Delta. And if those who know, I think you know, there is a special lavatory
I was going to say.
on that
yeah.
aircraft.
Well, it's in the 100s too, but yeah,
Um,
'Cause I've only been on the 100.
I haven't been on the 100. Well, I've been on the 100. I just didn't use the lavatory on that one. So.
But yeah, it's a A220 signature.
Yes.
Is what you're getting at. Yeah.
From Delta.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, not
Because
every
the breeze
airline
doesn't
has
do
Good
it.
point. Good point.
So lavatory with the window, or the loo with a view, as some people
Blue
will
with a
say.
view.
Well said.
Took that back up to Minneapolis. The first flights we took out to Atlanta and then over to DFW, which that's really out of the way for those who know.
Yeah.
Just to get to Dallas. Like you said,
For those who know, you're referring to people that know geography.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
I know what a map looks
For
like.
those of you that know what the Earth is, yeah.
Well, is the Earth flat? No, I'm kidding. On the way back, we went up to Minneapolis and then came back to Omaha. So that was Dallas. What else was there? Is there anything else to talk about with Dallas?
Did you guys stay near the airport? There's a couple of good
Yeah.
hotels right by the airport. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. There's one thing to talk about. So we actually did some spotting inside the airport. We saw a Qantas.
Oh, the 100 years. Yeah.
Yep.
Because you can.
100.
That's the one
100
nice
years.
thing about. I mean, a lot of airports are like this, but specifically DFW, you can just bounce from terminal to terminal on the Skylink. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's great spotting from those little Skylink, whatever you want to call them, little ramp areas, whatever you want to call them.
Yes. Yeah. That was one of the things we read when we
They
were
actually have
trying to
really
catch
good views
some,
up
yeah.
there. The ones facing the east, yeah, those are some really good viewing actually.
Yeah, we actually got right up to the Qantas 100.
That was nice.
Actually, right next to it.
Did you go to Terminal D? Is what was what you're saying?
Yeah, D, I think.
So if you
Yeah.
if you were saying you got right up next to it, then that would be Terminal D, which is hands down the best terminal in DFW.
Yeah, that's right. It is D. Yep.
That's
yep.
the internet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because they also
Really
have all the
nice.
lounges and all
Because
that.
you can also just get right up on those planes too. Yeah.
So, got that.
See British Airways A380.
Yes.
We saw it land out of
That's
Founders.
their only daily A380 right now
What, into America or just...
for DFW.
Oh, okay.
Are they going to start with Qantas again?
Sometime this summer, I believe.
That's what I thought.
But we went somewhere inside DFW that people don't know about. Some people do and some don't.
I'm sure everyone
Open-
listening to this podcast knows.
I'm pretty sure it's open to the public, but it's called the Airline Employee Store.
You're pretty
Yeah.
sure, or do you know?
That is.
You said it's pretty sure it's open to the public.
No. It says it. It says it there. It
Yeah.
says
No,
it's open to the
never
public.
mind. Never mind. Screw it.
What are you trying to get at, son?
What are you doing? What's going on?
You said I'm pretty sure it's open to the public. It is.
Okay. Well, words are words.
But anyway, I'm pretty
Words
sure
are
everyone. I'm
hard.
pretty sure everyone listening to this podcast knows about the museum, or not museum. Never mind.
Oh my
Paige?
goodness.
You know what? We're just having a time right here. We're struggling.
Adama
right.
wanted you to talk.
So, Airline Employee Store. It's located in the C terminal. It's at C2 or 3. Talk about it. Talk about the Airline
Where
Employee
do I
Store.
even start? Oh my gosh, there's so much. I mean, it's a lot of American.
Ironically,
of
it's
course.
small. If
Yes,
we're saying there's so
actually-
much, it's actually pretty small.
Yes.
It's small, but there's a lot there.
Yes.
Like
we know.
I'm just trying to sort through it all in my head.
Well,
Lots
you
of
don't have to list everything they have, but
Well, yeah. Lots of plush planes, which is where you picked up a few of mine last year. Let's see. They have a ton of Gemini jets.
Yep. They have some model planes. They
Yeah.
got some shirts. They got some gear, swag. They got all sorts of stuff.
They got
there.
some like vintage airline stuff, vintage airline keychains, and yeah, shirts. They have an American Airlines employee only section. They have hats. They have so much.
They got
It was
stuff.
so cool to see because I've always wanted to see that. So
So there you go. You got to check it out.
it is a hidden gem.
it is.
You,
Yeah.
you really have to take that.
And ironically, the opposite side, I remember, do you guys remember me telling you about those high sea gates? That's those ones that they built off site and brought them in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you walked down there. Those are really nice, though.
No, we
Just
didn't
kind of crazy
go
knowing that
there.
they built those elsewhere and then brought them
in.
Right.
The
Yeah,
Legos.
that's crazy.
So yeah, that was the Dallas trip. Not much really else except
It was a pretty chill trip. So
it was just cold on the one day. No, it was cold the last 2
Oh,
days, but
yeah, the last 2 days were not Texas weather at all.
yeah, you go to shorts and whatnot. So
Yeah.
well, let's continue on. Hey, let's talk about Justin. You talked to us about this game that's out there that
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Airportle. Yeah. Adama, the way you tee things up are so funny. But anyway,
let's talk about it.
you've got something you want to say, don't you?
You've got something.
You've got a
Yes, I do.
secret
So round of
up your
applause, round of
sleeve.
applause for Dallas. Yeah. Shout out to the family down there. You know who you are. So yeah, so you all know the game Wordle. So real quick, are we taking a break? I just want to make sure sometimes we break here.
We'll break right after this.
Okay, I got
Loose.
the official confirmation. Let's move it along. All right. Been told I can proceed. All right, so Wordle. Everyone knows Wordle. Whether you play it or not, you know about it. So it's the same concept. It's called Airportle. Airportle.
Not Portal.
So it's
A-L.
So it's not
Yeah.
an app. So it's not an app unlike Wordle is now, but it's kind of like how Wordle was old school. You could only find it online for a while.
Yeah.
So you got to look it up on Google. Just simply go to Google and look up Airportle. You'll find it immediately. Real quick, shout out Randall. He has brought this to my attention.
Shout out Randall.
As usual, Randall coming through with wild, amazing
Randall.
things.
He came in on roadway.
Redway, you mean?
Yeah. Yes, Redway.
You almost had it. Be quiet. No,
Wow.
it's a joke. What was I gonna say? There's always a
Airport.
point.
Randall,
There's always a
Airportle.
point in the podcast where you really do struggle with words, though.
I do.
Yeah, like
I gotta go to bed.
It's without It's without. It's like it's a guarantee. At some point, he will like literally have trouble communicating.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So Airportle. So, like I said,
Explain
same
the
concept
age.
as Wordle. We all did it today. It's probably going to be another day by the time you hear this, but the answer was Grand Island. So everyone knows how Wordle works. You know, you try a word, but for these, it's airport codes. So, you know, like
tough.
OMA, and it's just 3 letters. You get 6 tries. Now, again, this is there. You can argue there's almost no strategy to this.
No, there's
However, it's fun. It is fun, especially if you get some letters early on. But because you could make the argument any 3 letters are almost an airport code somewhere in the world. So again, that kind of goes to the whole there might not be any strategy at all to this, but it's a fun game. So check it out, Airportle. You'll thank me later. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
But yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was Nebraska related today, too.
Yeah, that's
Today was
awesome.
Grand Island. That's what. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't say that, but yeah, today was Grand Island. GRI.
Yeah, for those who don't know, that is in Nebraska. So
Okay. So on that note, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back.
all right, guys, welcome back to the exit row. We got a new livery to discuss. Korean Air came out with their fresh new livery,
So fresh.
and let's talk about it.
No.
No,
But okay. Okay.
I'm
Let's
just
talk about it.
foreshadowing that I'm going to be the way odd one out here. So
Justin, do you like it or not? Korean Air.
So here's where I stand on it. I don't like it as a new Korean Air livery. It looks like a completely different airline first off. So I like the colors, I like the scheme. I just miss obviously the Pepsi scheme of it.
Pepsi.
I wish they would have kept that at least. I feel like they could have kept that. But I'd be into it if it was a separate airline on its own, if that makes sense. Because I liked Korean the way it was. I'm going to miss that original blue. Even though I'm okay with the new colors, I'm just going to miss what it was. I don't know if this is going to be fleet-wide. I guess I haven't read. You know,
I
if it's
assume,
going to be
but-
like a United thing where like some of their fleet always stays in the old livery. You know what I'm getting at though, like
Yeah.
in that kind of thing. So I don't know. I think it looks sharp. I'm not gonna lie, it looks sharp. It does. But I do miss the Pepsi. Will miss the Pepsi, I should say.
Yeah. I'm going to say that I just don't. I'm so tired of all these airlines trying to renew themselves and make
It's the
them
same
look so
concept.
much
The
better.
liveries are the same concept all the time. At
Yeah.
least this one is colored, but like just
right.
the same concept in general. Just general titles along the fuselage. You know, copy paste.
It's not pretty. It's whatever.
Now to Paige's answer.
Paige
I love it. I absolutely love
Loves
it.
it.
figured.
Now,
Why?
I will touch off of what you said, Justin, that I do wish that they would have kept the Pepsi logo with these colors, but maybe redesigned it into kind of the shape that it is now, but still
That's
add
what I'm
some
getting at.
color.
So like the new way they're doing the tail logo.
Yes.
If they would have kept the red and white, but keeping it in that new kind of redefined logo.
Yes,
That might be perfect,
I think so too.
to be honest. It's kind of weird. This was kept pretty quiet. Like this came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
At least to me. I don't know about you guys, but like all of a sudden one morning they're like, "Hey, Korean Air new livery." Like like out of production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a concept, like it was landing. Like
Yeah,
it just came out of-
exactly.
it came out of nowhere. So I do wonder like that's why I wonder like if we're going to see this fleet wide at all, because I can't see them painting the A380s in this for as old as they are. I can't see them painting those. So I assume we're going to see the original for quite a while. My take.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look incredible on the 747s and A380s. I think it's gonna look fire.
See, I agree. I just don't think we're going to see them there though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it'll be a
would
while
agree
for
if
sure.
That was the case, yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll see.
Because what I was expecting was that it was going to be the exact lettering they have, the exact color, the tail logo the way it is, all white. And I thought that was how it's going to be. So when I saw that they added some color, I was like, okay, thank goodness. Like,
And like those first original shots that came out of it were at night, so it's always
it's tough.
you can't give it a hard pass or a hard sell at any point there because you see the first shots at night. I will say, I guess, like thinking about it now on narrow bodies, like I bet that I actually think it would look pretty good on like an A321.
Yeah.
Like a smaller fuselage.
And they have A220s too.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Because it is a different blue, right?
Yes.
Like completely.
Yeah. It's more of like a shimmery blue, I guess. It's kind of.
Shimmery.
Yeah, like it's got more of a sparkle. Like when it hits the sun, it's gonna sparkle.
Yeah.
Versus now it's just a standard.
Like a matte
more of
finish,
a-
yeah.
That's what I was looking for. Boom. Good job.
Well, I think also one of the reasons why they are changing it is because like the A380s and 747s, that blue does fade.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the reason, but
No, it's not a reason,
Yeah.
but it's like it's one of the things.
when also like at some point those are gonna go out of service. So you do wonder like if they're gonna rebrand. This is just the first phases of that.
Trying to get into
Yeah.
future.
Because like I said, I can't see them bringing the A380s out of service to repaint them into that. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
Korean Air.
Could be wrong. I wouldn't see it. They only have so few. But anyway, unless, whoa, hold on. Thinking out loud here.
Thinking out loud.
Aren't
They're merging.
with Asiana, right?
Yes, they
Okay.
are.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see where I'm going with this. So if they're
Yeah.
merging with Asiana, so let's take their A380s out of service for a bit, bringing them into the new livery.
There you go.
Hold up. Okay.
Oh.
The gears are turning now. Yeah.
You literally see me thinking in real time here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So that makes sense because I literally just thought about that merger. Yeah. Which I think is happening.
Yeah, I believe it is. It's supposed to be September, I think. Don't quote us. We don't
And
have
it's
facts.
Korean Air becoming Asiana, not Asiana becoming Korean Air, correct? Like or they're not.
I thought it was Asian.
Asiana becoming Korean Air.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not
Yeah.
the other way around, right? Because that wouldn't make sense for Korean Air to debut a new livery
Correct.
Exactly.
if they're going to become Asiana.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it is Asiana, right? That's always one I've kind of had.
I've
trouble
always
with.
said Asiana.
Yeah,
so-
the big A.
The big A. Asiana and Qatar.
When
Yeah.
in doubt, go the big letter, whatever.
The big D, Delta.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough sell.
That's why, like going back to you recently visited Dallas. Like that's why I've always struggled with calling it the Big D. But anyway, that's just me.
Yeah.
Well, they did say at the FC Dallas game, they did play that everything's deep in the heart of Texas, and
oh, yeah,
they definitely made it very Texas based.
They always do that at the seventh inning stretch of Rangers games. Oh yeah, Texas is definitely it's a way of life.
It's its own country, so
They have a lot of state pride.
yeah.
They do.
Let's talk about another livery that was just debuted this week, and I'm talking about JetBlue's Mario livery.
Aw.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Just in time for March 10th.
Yes, Mario.
Forgot about that. I thought it was like a retro at first glance, without seeing it up close, like not knowing what it was at first.
But it looks great.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's too bad it's on an A320. Like I wish they would put that on like a newer aircraft because that aircraft's probably going to be taken out of service in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, just give it another 5
know?
or 10 years. Yeah,
I just kind of
You can
feel
still get to enjoy
I just
it.
always think it's
Yeah.
weird when they bring new liveries onto
Older
15 plus year old planes. I always find that
yeah.
interesting. I always find that interesting. So
Okay, so here's one. I don't know if we discussed it earlier. What about the Delta 100?
Oh, that's so cool. You know me and my love for gray planes, so I'm all over this.
I don't think it looks bad.
I think it looks great.
I'm into it on the Neo,
Yes,
not the Heavy though.
I will agree with you on that one.
I
The Heavy, it
disagree.
looks like it's the Heavy. It looks like it's missing something, but on the Neo, it looks real nice.
It looks about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks perfect on the Neo, like perfect.
So yeah, I think they're supposed to do about 3 or 4 more new liveries this year that are going to be hidden for their 100-year. So
Oh, really?
we should see probably
know
some
that.
more later this year. Just like also with the JetBlue, they're going to be releasing a few more different liveries specials coming up.
I didn't know that.
this year. Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Is
what
there
I
a
was reading.
connection between JetBlue and Mario, like that I don't know? Like, are they a sponsor? Isn't that
know
kind
what
of a
I was
weird one?
wondering.
It's not random.
Well, because Spirit also has
Isn't that
or
like-
had their Mario plane.
It's not like United coming out with a Tetris livery. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's
Yeah,
cool.
because I
don't
really
get the-
didn't look into it.
I don't get the connection though. You know.
I still like it.
Oh yeah, no, I do too. Yeah, just wonder like why Super Mario?
Yeah.
Why not Frogger? You know, why not Pac-Man? Is Spirit going to come out with a Pac-Man plane? Which
That would be
perfect.
cool.
That would actually be
really
perfect,
Which
cool.
would be perfect, by the way. The windows could be the little squares that it eats, and it could be a little.
Yes.
I know you're feeling that. I know you're feeling that. Yes.
I'm feeling it, guys.
like
Ooh, I'm
at
feeling
at
it.
either end of the fuselage, you could have the little Mr. or Mrs. Pac-Man, and the windows would be what it. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. We have just come up with something huge.
Send it in. Send it in. We gotta send it to
You guys,
somewhere.
this
So
is-
whichever airline is gonna
guys,
do it.
This is huge.
Dude.
Huge.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
Wow.
Are you feeling
wow.
that? I
I'm
know you're
feeling
feeling
it.
I know
I'm
you're
feeling
feeling
it.
that. Ooh, baby.
Ooh.
I think this became the Exero After Dark. Holy cow.
Holy crap. Spirit, make it happen.
Come on.
Make it happen.
Hear us out. Like perfect marketing technique.
Oh, my.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
They're gonna make so much money off of this, which in turn we would make a lot of money.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's happening with Spirit, you know, but whatever. I'll take it.
Make it happen with anyone though.
But it would be perfect for Spirit. They don't even have to paint the whole plane. We're just
The problem is Spirit is going to get, and they're going to get acquired.
a Pac-Man Spirit plane would be so perfect. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. This podcast over. We're done. See you later. Bye.
Oh man.
And the little windows are the little thing it eats. Perfect, dude.
Yes.
Hit us up, chat. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it?
Okay, all
We
right.
should do a sketch of this. A
Adama,
graphic
don't
design.
say. Tell us you're not into it.
I'm not.
Look us in the face and tell us you're not into it.
Listen, I'm not into it.
How dare you? How freaking dare you?
Wow.
You know
Wow.
what?
The
Because
audacity.
It should just be a Twinkie.
Crickets.
Help?
I don't know.
Wow, this is awkward.
All right. Well,
Wait,
yeah.
Paige, we were having a good time.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Pac-Man would be cool. I
That
actually,
would be sweet, dude.
Bro. You play it every day.
I know I play it every
The
day.
original look on your face, though, when I first brought it up, you were just like,
I wish it was, yeah.
candid
This is
moment.
when we need a camera here, here, and here so we could have shown your
Right.
face. It was just a, it was a,
our souls met, and they're just like, brother, nice to meet you. Yes, handshake meme. Our souls, handshake meme. Our- Luke was like, yes.
Yes.
All right. So, do we have anything else to talk about?
yeah, okay.
Oh, yep.
Join the party, Adama.
Yeah. So now let's go ahead and go a little bit. You know, I'm gonna be the person that's gonna bring the energy.
The
back.
buzzkill
Okay, the buzzkill.
I felt like the energy was pretty good just now.
was.
Southwest Airlines.
Oh, jeez, this is bad energy.
Can't we just go to Paige's polls?
Skip it.
Negative energy.
Skip it. Southwest Airlines just released their deets May 28th. Bags don't fly for free.
Even though they literally sent out an email when the seating came out saying that they will not be doing away with free bags.
Oh, what was that page? You got this little.
I got some attitude going because
There was an
I was
email.
lied to.
You were lied to. You should go talk to their CEO.
I will. Actually, I'll go talk to their horrible investors now that are taking over. So
Okay, so Southwest Airlines bags don't fly for free.
stupid.
Basic economy now.
Yep.
So they're
And this is all starting soon, like May.
May 28th.
May? Wow.
I
I need to
mean,
fly one
basic-
more time.
I mean, basic
old
economy
school.
economy is basically just the want to get away. They're just renaming it, right?
But
So
you
I
get
thought
no
it was-
bags. You have no refund. You have no anything. It's literally
Yeah.
you pay for. I don't
So was
know.
May 20th the start of like the whole seating thing too?
No, I think that'll
that
that'll
was
be
later in
coming
the year.
later in the
Oh,
year.
yeah, that's later in the year.
Because I was gonna say need to make sure to apply it at least one more time because I want to get in line and cattle herd one more time.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
LA night.
Please.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that 6 more times. Yeah.
So, just so you know, we are some wrestling fans here. So
We don't need to explain ourselves.
yeah.
Context.
But yeah, that's not happening May 28th. Like just the bag thing, not
Just the
seating,
bag,
not the whole
the
seat.
bag and the fees and like the first class part and all that. That's all. But
Yeah.
Which I mean, hey, if you're an airline, I get it. You gotta do it. But as the consumer and the customer, don't like it.
right,
Obviously.
because they. What did I tell you? They have no heart now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of people who are.
Oh yeah. Southwest had a certain demographic, whether this is right or wrong to say, but it had a certain demographic because there were certain things that were free.
And it's been there from day one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And people don't like change. But when you are the fourth largest airline in the world and you're wasting billions and billions and billions of dollars that you could get.
It makes sense. It's a bummer. It sucks, but I get it.
It is dramatic, though. I would have expected
is.
them to maybe just go one bag free.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
if you're a Southwest Airlines credit card holder.
But here's the
like
thing: they know
myself,
people are going to pay it, just like ticket prices
Yeah.
these days. Everything is more expensive
Yeah.
in general, not just talking aviation, because they know people are going to buy it.
Yep.
So, yeah, sure, there's going to be people that aren't flying Southwest just because, but in the grand scheme of things, people will still be flying Southwest. They're going to be just fine because people will buy and pay whatever they want.
Well, and how this all started, 24 hours, they had two different types of announcements that went on. Before the big drop of bags don't fly free, they also did the points and money devaluation
Oh,
the
yeah.
day before.
I guess I don't know too much about that.
I thought that was a little bit before that.
Oh, well, it felt like 24 hours to me. So,
Like, do points mean less now? What's the story there?
yeah. So, like, if it was like $1.50 or
They did
you know,
points, not miles, just to clear, just for
Yeah.
people listening if they don't know. It's points,
so-
not miles with Southwest, right?
Yeah. And so the deal is that on Southwest purchases, like when you purchase a ticket, it was like times 6 or whatever, for card holders. And now it's like times 2 points you get for Southwest purchases.
Oh, I was saying,
Like they're-
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they're devaluing Southwest purchases, the points you get. And it was a very dramatic change from going to times 6 to times 2. It was insane. So,
where's their lounges?
I wanted to bring up love lounges to them as an idea because it's perfect. Love lounge.
Sure, it's been, I'm sure there's people out there that have the idea, but
What about this?
and maybe this is a new era. Who knows?
You're going to go to Dallas Love Field and you're actually going to be able to go to a lounge.
Maybe.
That would be fire.
Yeah. I mean, it is a new era, and especially with now like classifications where you can at least have certain people that, or at least be given the access versus now you didn't have any class. So it's hard to differentiate who would maybe get access to that lounge. But now, when you've got different classes on the plane, yeah.
I do think a part of this has something to do with the Department of Transportation a few years ago saying, like, you must know exactly what you're getting with each.
Oh, you think so? Maybe just a little bit?
A little bit?
Yeah, I think you're onto something there.
A little bit?
So it may not be entirely their fault.
No, but they did have to adapt to the times. And again, you are the fourth largest airline in the world. So you're trying to compete against Delta and American and United. And
Yeah, you got to keep up with the times. That's why they're having these. That's why they're doing red eyes now too.
Yes,
Yep.
they are doing red eyes.
There's demand.
Yeah.
Um,
And the Southwest credit card holders like me will get one free check bag, so that's nice.
welcome to the credit card life.
What about if you've got like 5 bags? Does every other one come free? Do you know, or do we know that? Like, how does that work? Like for you specifically, I'm saying, like not necessarily everyone, but for the specials.
The specials. I believe it's only the first.
Yeah. So anything after that is still going to be paid for.
Yeah.
Not necessarily anything after that is still free. I guess that's what I'm trying to clear up.
Yeah. I mean,
I can see either way, actually.
yeah. I will say I've never checked more than one bag on a typical trip. So this
But with
really-
Southwest, you were so much more willing to bring another bag.
Right,
Or
yeah.
if you're coming from vacation, you don't have to stress bringing things in, maybe just one. It's okay to, hey, I'll just check another one.
Yeah.
Kind of like in Dallas where I grabbed a duffel bag because we went to Buc-ee's.
Just
and
for
grabbed-
Buc-ee's stuff.
and
Yeah.
put a whole...
We might have Buc-ee's
You bought
splurged.
that much stuff at Buc-ee's?
Yes. Maybe.
Well, I guess if you hadn't been there before.
It was...
I've been there once before.
I had a bunch of coworkers who also wanted the beaver nuggets. So like half the bag was beaver nuggets.
Which you can't order online. You have to go to Buc-ee's to get those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have different types of nuggets now. Ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to you said, you can't just spur the moment. Be like Premonition John and go to Airliners International and take Southwest.
Yeah,
and then
and
have to go buy another bag.
Oh man, That was so funny.
You got to pay.
Yeah. We'll see this year what he does.
All right. So Southwest, they're growing up. They are now in their
He's growing
adult
up.
life, and not their
They're-
teen life.
They're in their adult era.
There was a few little incidents in the last few days or last few months, but we're not really going to talk about them. So let's talk
Positive
about
podcast.
the American Airlines. Was it 777 or no 787 that got escorted?
Oh, yeah.
And
That was some,
had
That was a while ago now.
fire pictures.
pun intended, those were some bomb pictures.
Pictures were bomb. If you know, you know. Yeah.
So yeah, it landed in Italy, and there was
Story behind that is a bomb threat, right?
There was a bomb threat, yeah, and it was pretty cool, like to see some of the pictures from even the ground. Like there were people who were watching a soccer game, a calcio, as they say in Italian, game in Rome, and you could see the fighter jet trails going up to the aircraft. So like, there's pictures and video.
crazy.
It's pretty cool.
I haven't seen that one yet.
And then
I always wonder about being on board one of those flights and seeing fighter jets, because I guess from what
That's what I
I
was just
heard,
saying.
they like everyone on board knew, which is kind of a questionable thing to do, honestly. Like, do you announce that there's a bomb scare on the flight?
I was actually just asking him that before we came on.
Not necessarily.
Before you got here, and I was like, would they tell them? And
Supposedly
like,
on the
no.
flight, from what I heard, the reports I heard is that they were told that there was a bomb scare,
that's
which is a questionable move, to be quite honest,
right.
because that's going to send a lot of people into a frenzy.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, what I'm saying is, like, whether you know or you don't, whether you know the reasoning or not, like, there's going to be certain angles. If you look out the window and you see fighter jets approaching, that's got to be like one of the most like adrenaline fueled sights in your life.
Or
There
you,
would be so many mixed emotions, especially if you know it's because of a bomb threat. You'd be like, this might be how I die.
Or back to what I said, whether you know or not, like seeing fighter jets just approach, like that's got to be a wild feeling. A wild feeling.
My first thought would be like the pilots fell asleep and they can't get contact.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, I would just know that it's probably not good. You know.
Yeah.
Clearly, they're not escorting us because someone is sick.
Right. I don't think we're that special. I mean,
But anyway, they did create some sweet pictures, which makes the bomb threat worth it, in my opinion.
so
Those pictures are sweet.
worth it. Not really, but yeah.
I mean, hey, in the grand
Do it
scheme of
for the
things,
gram.
everything was fine.
yeah.
So,
Well, think about this. Everybody got to spend the night in Rome, so there you go. You got a chance to go to
there you
Rome.
go.
yeah, I mean,
time
unintentionally,
ever.
I'm sure some people weren't happy about that. But yeah, bomb threat, #worth it.
Hashtag worth it. All right. It's time for Paige's polls. Paige's polls. Paige's polls. Paige's polls.
Polls. All right, guys.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
So, this one got a ton of responses, so bear with me while I and on my way through sorting through all these responses, which was great. But the question was, what do other passengers do that annoy you and why? I'll go
Exist.
around to exist.
Yeah, that's a great
Right.
one, actually.
That was going to be my answer.
Yeah, someone did
Wanted
say
to,
something
I wanted
along
to
those
debut
lines.
it here on the go.
So yeah, I'll start with us before we get into these.
No, get into the answers.
Yeah, get in the answers. We always do answers first, and then we
The
do
customer is always first and always right.
Okay.
And then we can, yes, we agree, we don't agree.
So the greatest outpour of answers that we got was people not using headphones and blasting music in high volume of their devices.
While that is annoying, I don't necessarily see that a lot.
I've never seen that. Is that
That was-
spirit?
Right?
Like,
I mean,
that was
would
the-
be annoying, but I don't see that a lot.
yeah.
I've maybe seen it once. Yeah, that was the greatest amount of response we got was people not wearing headphones. So my mom
Which, yeah, that would be
commented-
very annoying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My mom commented.
What about Paige's mom?
Yes.
Paige's mom.
Oh my gosh.
See you soon.
Yeah, there you go.
If you know, you know.
She said, "Talk to me because I am always by nut jobs. Real squirrel bait." And there's a
I'm sorry, that was your mom.
Real squirrel face.
yeah.
What up, Paige's mom? Jeez.
There's a
Jeez.
story behind that, and this is a true story. We were on our way back from Boston in 2017,
It
and
was Boston, circa 2017.
yes, Southwest head to Chicago. I had a window seat. She had a window seat, and the guy by her, I don't know what his deal was. He asked her if Nebraska had trees.
Oh, I know this story. Yes.
Yeah.
Legendary line, by the way.
Yeah.
I still ask that question.
Which, by the
Go
way,
outside and look.
which, by the way, great. Now a great fact about that story is that your bags flew free.
Exactly. Yeah, they did back then, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Think about those bags flying free back then. Sweet.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So did we ever find out? Do they have trees? Did he ever confirm it? Oh, you weren't flying to Nebraska. That's right. You're going somewhere else.
Yeah, we were headed to Chicago for labor. Yep. My dad commented, "Be rude and act entitled." I think that speaks for itself. Definitely that.
Straight
like
up.
the person who shut my window shade.
Which happened to me on one of my.
Yeah. On our A220 flight, that happened to you.
Yeah. I put it back up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ben Irving Media said,
Shout out, Ben.
recline. Shout out, Ben. This is a big one. Recline during meal service. Last time it caused me spill my ginger ale when the passenger reclined.
We know Adama likes when people recline.
Oh, yeah.
Sons of. You should pay to recline. So-
You should
Per inch.
get that card reader in there. Swipe your card to recline. So then we have Jet Set shirts. Reach across me and shut the window shade. Them's fighting actions. And letting a smelly fart rip. Both agreeable.
Preach.
Yep.
Preach.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Humming.
There's the ums.
Yeah, we're humming a little bit. Oh, here's a good one. Skies and Beyond. Buy a window seat and put the blind down the entire flight. Pick the aisle, my guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
That's-
that's a big one.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's why I like Europe, where you have to have the windows open.
I do wonder if there's a certain type of person out there that does do that. They want to buy the window and they just want to choose violence that day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to buy the window and guess what? Boom. Down.
Like I don't.
And I'm going to
understand.
close everybody else's.
Exactly.
I
It
do
just
wonder if
doesn't
there's
make
people out
sense.
there like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Wilson Eric M said, "Act like they have never been on a plane, don't know how to board, and always get in others' way."
There is a lot of oblivion out there.
There really is.
There really, yeah. And see, the thing for me there is I think a lot of it is true, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think we don't realize how many people out there really are flying for the first time when you see them.
Right. Yeah. And they just have no idea.
People
what
that
to
are
do.
going through TSA and acting like they've never seen this before. Maybe
Right.
they haven't.
Yeah.
I like to give them the benefit of the doubt, but
Yeah. You can always give people more grace because in a society where we're very quick to
yeah,
judge.
to whoever's
so,
point that was, I'm sorry, but yeah, a lot of oblivion out there.
Yeah.
I kind of want to echo on that one because that kind of goes into one of mine that I don't like. It's the person who has listened to the flight attendant say, "What would you like to drink? And what snack you want?" And they just wait. And then they're like, wait for her to say the drink. Not just tell her or him,
Man.
Coke, no ice, pretzels. Just make her job easier. Him or her job easier. Oh, it's
Right.
so annoying.
I don't get
Sorry,
that.
I do it all the time. I'm like,
Yeah, that does.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I don't find that to be that huge of an issue, but I get what you're saying.
God, I could see that, and I see it in their eyes. They're like, I'm literally saying the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
But to be honest, no one's always paying attention to the row in front of them. So yeah, not everyone's near as aware as you are, Adama.
I mean, always have my drinks picked out before
Yeah,
even
I
go
don't
on.
need
I'm
to
like,
hear it
you
in
know.
general, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. They also have drink menus usually.
Yes.
So,
And snacks. You
Yeah,
know what
right.
you're getting. And it just went by you. You see what the snacks look
right.
like. All right. Anyways, sorry. Continue. Sorry.
You're good. So then we have
Adama feel.
Vic _Skywatcher. Get on the plane drunk. That's one I've never seen before, to my knowledge. But I can see where that could be.
I mean, yeah, if you
especially
got to
they're
get
loud.
kicked off or something, but yeah, I guess it's hard to tell. I mean, unless they're obnoxiously drunk.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So what was the question again? It's what annoys you? I guess I forgot
Yes.
what we're even
Yep.
talking about.
yeah.
Okay,
So that was
yeah.
pretty much the gist of everything. Yeah. That you came up with that one a little bit, and it got me thinking because there's a few things, and we had one on our flight back to Omaha. The guy, I don't know if the guy behind us just spoke so loud. Like people who pretty much yell on the plane.
A loud talker.
Yes. I know I can be a little bit guilty of it, but not to the extent this guy was. So I would say that would be one thing. Kicking my seat would be another one. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no fun.
No.
Yeah.
You were saying when people walk through and bags hit you.
I've got two, yes. So you're in the aisle, and people bring their stupid large bags down the
aisle.
Down the aisle. Words.
Words
Again,
are hard.
words.
That
And they hit you,
Yep.
and they're just oblivious to their stupid large, bag hitting you, and it hits every single person along the way.
Oh, jeez.
So one of the reasons why I don't like aisle is getting hit by people along the way. Another one I don't like is when people who get up to go to the bathroom or get up to get out of their seat, they grab your seat and
Oh,
back.
jeez.
I can't stand that.
They need to stabilize themselves. Maybe they need some help.
Maybe they need to be in the back of the plane if they're going to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I know. You always
The
get so
lavatory.
angry when he flies.
I
For
know.
as much as you fly, you always get so angry.
For as much as you love flying and how
Yeah.
interested in
if
aviation
you're listening
you
to the
are.
podcast, you wouldn't think Adama likes to fly. You really
No.
wouldn't. You
I just
really
don't
wouldn't.
like people. So
Well, unfortunately, that happens on flights. But yeah.
yeah.
Mine was just exist in general. Ideally, my perfect flight is an empty flight. So
I love
things that annoy me is when people are on the flight. like if I'm just going to be completely honest, like I don't have anything necessarily against people in general, but my ideal flight is an empty flight. So what annoys me is when people board the plane. Boom. Right there. Mic drop.
There we go.
And it goes to one final thing for me. I hate when people take their time to put their bags up
Oh, yeah.
and they don't get into the aisle, or I'm sorry, they don't get into their seats and then, let people go by. They just stand there and trying to figure out, how do I get my bag up here?
Stall, and they just stall.
But they're figuring out also, like, oh, where do I sit? And they're just kind of looking around. They're like stepping back, looking here and there. And
It's
like,
amazing how people just forget to count like completely. The numbers are right there.
They're right there.
Yeah.
Now, I can understand, they don't show where the window is, but I think JetBlue was
Although
really
there
cool.
are airlines now, it's getting more common where they're saying like a parentheses window.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
smart. Which is smart.
it is. But you waste so much time. Just move.
Yeah, the boarding process could really be quicker if everyone had our state of mind, which they don't.
No,
which is why we're
they
perfect.
don't and they never will. But
Yeah, but
bring in awareness.
Yeah, there's a great way. Yeah, get out of the aisle quicker, or at least let people pass. But yeah, there's a reason why you stall and stop so many times when you're boarding a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awful.
All right. Well, then on that note, that's Paige's polls
Yep.
to a complete. Let's talk about future travels. I guess that's just me. Unfortunately.
Pretty much
know,
until,
what do
until
you
my
know?
birthday for us. Yep.
So I'm headed to Milan next weekend, and I'm going to be taking Iceland Air 737 MAX
Crazy.
out of Minneapolis up to Keflavik, and the Keflavik to Milan. Malpensa,
What
not
is
Linate.
Reykjavik?
Sure.
Oh, you're going into KEF, right?
It's pronounced, or
Yeah.
it's two. It's.
I thought it
I
was
think it's both the
Reykjavik.
same. It's Keflavik, but also Reykjavik.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought they
'cause
were two different
It's
things.
Keflavik. It was the air base, if I'm correct. So,
Oh.
and they're right there together. I think. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought they were two
Let me look
different
that up.
places.
I thought those were two different places.
Maybe I'm headed to whatever. I'm headed to Iceland. Okay.
See, you always have these weird details that you leave out that are super crucial, but for some reason, Dom was like, whatever.
I'm looking
Yeah,
it up. Right now.
whatever.
You know what? You are right. It is Reykjavik. Reykjavik. So
Thank you.
you know what? There you go. There you go.
You're flying Iceland Air, and you don't even know. See, this is my problem with Adama. See,
He's doing all these cool things, and he's just like, I don't even
just
know.
Flies
It's
first class
whatever.
everywhere. Not even sure where I'm going. But
I'm here to travel the world.
yeah, and I'm gonna hate everyone on board.
Yep.
So yes, I'm going to Reykjavik.
Reykjavik.
And then I'm headed to Milan. And then a week later, I'm coming back via La Compagnie. I'm gonna
Is that how you say that? I guess I honestly don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always
it's
wondered.
La Compagnie. The French airline, I'm taking it straight out of Malpensa up to Newark. And then I'll be flying Delta back. So, and if you don't know about La Compagnie, it's every single seat is a first class seat. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
So obviously, those are for people like Adama. You know,
Right. Exactly.
I like
they
to
do have some sweet planes. Those planes are chic.
Yeah, I do like that color a lot.
I'll make sure to take a picture.
Oh,
of
check
me
out this one I
drinking.
just found on Flight Radar. It's got sunscreen on this one right here. Look
Oh,
at this one.
look, she's so cute. Oh wow.
For
Yeah,
those
so
who don't
these
know.
are
Oh, wow.
A321 Neos, not maybe XLRs? No, not XLRs. Neos though.
Yep.
Oh, so
They kind of
cute.
look like that Korean Air blue. Now that I
Yeah.
think of it.
I was just thinking that too. So, yep.
They've got a few sleek ones, like a blue and black, and
But I think their whole fleet is just A321s.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if they fly out of Paris, Orly, and Malpensa, Milan, so out to America.
Yep.
Or if they're chartered. So, yeah. So that's future travels. Other than that, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, Keflavik and Reykjavik are two different places. Sorry, I'm just looking at Flight Radar now.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Keep me in check. Reykjavik.
Well, I mean, the fact that you had no idea
Dang
is
right.
hilarious. But yeah.
I thought it was Keflavik, but yeah.
Well, you weren't wrong, but it is a different place. Yeah.
Other than that, let's go ahead and do our social media train. Paige, where can we follow you on the social medias?
Well, you can find me at Almost Spotter Page, my travel buddy, Adventures with Aileron, and my model plane, Paige's Planes.
Justin.
At spotting.omaha. Is that what it is nowadays? Yeah.
Right.
I don't even remember. You never go on there.
And
I'm on Instagram.
No, he is.
I just don't post.
I'll post. Yeah, that's
post
what I
on the
mean. That's what I
story.
mean.
If
Yeah.
Creighton wins, I'll post.
That's true. That's true.
Tomorrow
It's
night.
going to be happening a lot.
Yeah.
And you follow me, Photography by Adama D on Instagram. You can follow us also, the Exro Pod on Instagram. And we're on, I don't know, whatever else we're on.
I think we got it.
We got it. So for
Did it.
us three in Omaha, Nebraska, Justin, take it away.
Yes. Team Exit Row on 3. 1, 2, 3. Exit Row.
Exero.
Bye.
Bye.